Hi everybody, it's Mary from Career Connect Washington and the Northwest Educational Service District 189. Today, we're going to talk about the job fair. I'm going to try to give you 8 job fair topics in only 8 minutes. We're going to go over what to wear, what not to wear, what to bring, what to say, what not to say. I'll give you some tips for managing engagement, advice from a celebrity, and resources. So what is the job fair? It's just a place where job seekers and employers come together to share information to see if it's a match. Even if you're not looking for a job, you should still go to the job fair. You're going to learn about different careers and industries in your region, and you might be able to use that information in the future. So look at it as an exploratory adventure. You want to dress to impress. The job fair is a special occasion, it's a professional occasion, and the employers are meeting you for the first time. So you want to dress for the industry that you're interested in going into and then bring it up a notch. For example, if you're interested in going into a business setting or an office setting or maybe healthcare, you want to dress in business or business casual attire. If you're interested in going into the trades, maybe you're interested in being a welder or a construction laborer, you want to dress a little bit nicer than you would in your day-to-day attire. So here's a good example. We've got a more casual button-up shirt and then some dark wash, well-fitting jeans. You would not wear the hard hat, tool belt, and gloves. I just couldn't find the right picture for what I was trying to convey. This is what you wouldn't wear. You wouldn't want to wear something too revealing that shows too much skin or shorts. You also wouldn't want to wear jeans that had a lot of distress or holes. That's too casual. And this should go without saying, but you're not going to wear your pajamas. It's not a slumber party, it's a job fair. What are you going to bring? You can bring several copies of your resume. You can hand that out to the employers. You can also use your resume for talking points if you get stuck because you've got your skills on there, you've got some of your experiences in your education. Also, if appropriate, you can bring a show and tell item that showcases the skill for the industry that you're interested in going into. You don't have to bring a show and tell item, but sometimes it helps if it's appropriate. So for example, if over the summer I made a little tiny house model and then I go to the job fair and I know there's going to be employers there in architecture or design, I might want to bring my tiny house model and show them to that to showcase my skills. I also bring paper and pen and I just take quick notes. So maybe I write down follow up with this employer and I put their name and their email. Or if the employer tells me you should apply for this job online and I'm interested in that, then I can write that down to remind myself. Sometimes you might come across a job title you've never heard of, so I would write that down and then later I might research that on ONET. That's a job career site that you can look up different careers to get information. You want to engage with the employers and be curious. Ask them questions. You can smile and be friendly and be brave. If you see a company that you've never heard of, go up and introduce yourself. You just might learn about a career that could be a great match for your future that you didn't know existed. And remember to say thank you. You can ask questions, and here's some good examples. What qualifications make a candidate stand out? What is the hiring and interview process like at your company? Can you tell me a little bit about the company culture? What opportunities do you foresee in the future? And is there a career path for somebody with insert your skills here? So if you have a skill that you want to use in your job going forward, insert that skill. Is there a career path for somebody with digital design skills? Is there a career path for somebody with marketing skills? And then listen to what they have to say. And then you can share your strengths and skills with them, and even better if you can add a little example. So, I'm interested in a career where I can contribute my photography skills. I've taken advanced courses in photo editing and I have experience designing digital newsletters. So see how we've added that little example on there to help the employer understand how we can contribute. Here's another one. I'm interested in entry-level healthcare jobs. People have told me I'm a good person to have around in a crisis and I'm calm under pressure. I earned my CPR certification last summer when I worked as a lifeguard. Now, we all have different skills, and that's a beautiful thing. So on the right, I have more examples of skills. Maybe creativity, maybe leadership, work ethic, problem solving. So pick one or two of those, think of an example, and have a conversation with the employer around that. This is what you're not going to have a conversation about. So you don't want to go up to the employers and say, I'll take anything. I just need a job. They want to know that you're truly interested in that industry or learning more about the jobs they have open. You don't want to lead with, what do you pay? Show me the money. Most likely they're going to tell you what these jobs pay. They're going to give you a range. And so you don't need to be having that conversation at this time with them. Wait for them to bring it up, and they most likely will. You don't want to tell them what you're not good at. They don't need to know. They want to know what you're interested in and what your skills are. Don't tell the worst job ever stories. Don't tell stories about being fired. They don't need to know. Also, you don't want to overshare information. You want to keep it professional. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about our future. And then don't complain or be negative. And don't wear too much perfume or cologne. Sometimes scent can cause people to have a headache. So here's some tips for managing engagement. You saw the picture earlier. The job fair can have a lot of people. There can be a lot going on. And so this can help. Before the job fair, you want to be well rested. Get a good night's sleep the day before. Then you can be your best self. You can also have a healthy snack or meal before the job fair to keep your energy up. If you need energy, you could caffeinate or have a cup of coffee. But if you have too much energy, like me, you're not going to have any caffeine. You might just have something like a herbal tea with lemon, something to calm you down. Now, during the job fair, remember that you can take breaks. You can go outside, get some fresh air. You can take some deep breaths. I call it smell the soup, cool the soup. So you smell the soup and then cool the soup. Smell the soup, cool the soup. So it kind of relaxes you. Also, you can drink water. Hydration helps. And remember, positive self-talk only. I want to leave you with a tip from this celebrity. This is Matthew McConaughey. He is an actor, but he's also a community college professor. And he said something I thought was interesting. He talked about thinking about your future self. And what he does is he thinks about himself 5 years in the future and who he wants to be and what he wants to be doing. And the decisions that he makes now are decisions that will bring him a little bit closer to that goal. So when you're at the job fair, you'll see a lot of careers, a lot of jobs. There's lots of choices out there. And so you can ask yourself, will this bring me closer to my long-term goal? Here's some resources for you. For students, if you want to look up different careers and jobs, you can go to onetonline.com. And for educators, if you want to request more career-connected learning resources, you can go to northwestesd.org/CCL for career-connected learning. Thanks, and good luck at the job fair.